Welcome back, everybody, to the Odds Couple. I'm Marc Lawrence, publisher of the world-famous Playbook.com. And usually at this time, my partner Sid Rosenberg and I will discuss the key games on the NFL football card while arguing like grumpy old men. Sid's absent this week, probably because the Giants won their football game Thursday night, won and covered. That's probably why Sid's still celebrating. They won and covered. Congratulations to the defending champion New York Giants. On today's show, I'll give you the picks that I hope will double your bank account this weekend. The National Football League season is now upon us. Here's a closer look at who I believe are the most overrated and underrated teams in each conference this football season. Let's start with the AFC. My hometown Cleveland Browns, I think definitely an overrated football team this year, and here's the reasons why. Last year, this team won 10 football games despite the fact their defense went on the decline by nearly 50 yards a contest, and they're taking on a murderous schedule, having to go up against the NFC East this particular year. Look for the Browns to be down this year. Over on the NFC side of things, the New Orleans Saints, I believe, will struggle. Everybody has them as a wise guy pick, but remember this, last year, the Saints went backwards both offensively and defensively in the stats, yet their over-under season total is higher than it was last year. Talk about underrated football teams. How about the AFC side? I'm going to back the Denver Broncos this football season. They're on a mission year this year. Mike Shanahan's team lost last year. And note this stat, 4 times he's had a losing football season. All 4 times the next year, the Denver Broncos have bounced back with winning records. The NFC, my underrated sleeper team, will be the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm a big-time Andy Reid fan. Twice Andy Reid has failed to make the playoffs. Both times his teams have bounced back and made playoff appearances the very next year. Now let's get into some of the hot trends on tap for week number 1 that are just jumping off the page. You can't ignore these folks, this particular week. Number 1, how about Vince Young, the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans? Nobody likes him as a quarterback. They think he's Michael Vick-like as a quarterback, but I like him because he covers the point spread. How about 10-2 against the spread in division games? The Titans are a 3-point dog this week. Trend number 2 on the football card. Remember this week. The New Orleans Saints favored against Tampa Bay by 3 points. They're just 1-12 against the point spread. Their last 13 tries as a division home favorite. I'll fade the Saints minus those 3 points. Finally, the Miami Dolphins. How about overs and unders? You talk about Miami playing at home in hot, sultry September. 13 overs and 33 unders at home in the month of September. The total in this game is 36 points. I'll be going under the total with the Dolphins this particular week. There are some key trends also to keep an eye on the football card. Now let's get to my top 3 picks on the football card this week. First of all, I'm going to back my hometown Cleveland Browns this week and take 5.5 or maybe even 6 points on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys. And here's the reason why. Dallas comes in with all the notoriety, being the number 1 pick in the NFC. The Cleveland Browns, a 10-win team last year, who's a home underdog in game number 1. That's a no-no. I'll take the Browns and their big offense to upset the Dallas Cowboys. Pick number 2, let's try the Tennessee Titans plus 3 points against Jacksonville. Personally, I think Jacksonville's an overrated football team. They won 13 games last year. Their defense went backwards 35 yards. I don't think they should be road favorites in this football game, and I love that Vince Young stat I gave you before. This is a division football game. And finally, how about the upset of the week in the NFL? The Miami Dolphins, a 1-win team last year. I'm going to take them plus the 3 against the New York Jets. You've got Chad Pennington going up against his old team, but get this stat. Since 1990, there have been only 6 teams in the National Football League that finished the year with 1 victory. Those 6 teams open up the next year, winning all 6 times straight up and against the point spread in their first game, 5 of them as underdogs. That's going to put the wraps on this edition of The Odds Couple. Make sure you tune in every Friday for information you'll need to be in the winner's circle. I'm Marc Lawrence. For my partner, Sid Rosenberg, I'll see you next week at the pay window.
For more great videos, check back every day on opensports.com.